Let's be honest, you're not texting for closure. You're texting because you want one more bit of hope. You want them to say, I miss you, I regret it, let's try again. But they won't. And deep down, you already know that. So let's talk about why you keep reaching out and how to stop. So what's the big myth about closure? Well, to start with, it doesn't come from them. It comes from you accepting the truth. What we call closure is often just a last-ditched attempt to feel chosen again. You're not looking for answers. You're looking for a different ending. Well, I'm here to tell you it's already over. And you don't want closure. You want control. And love doesn't come with control. So what are you really doing here? Well, to start with, every time you text them, you're reinforcing the addiction. This is an addiction like any other, and it responds to repetition like any other. If you want to stop drinking, you can't have another drink. And if you want to end this relationship with some dignity and true closure, you need to stop texting. It's like you're scratching an itch, but every time you scratch it, you're making the wound deeper. You need to leave it alone. You might tell yourself, well, it's the mature way to deal with things. But it's not. Remember, the inner child in you that makes your decisions about romantic relationships, it's not mature. At its best, it's self-sabotage, disguised as emotional honesty. So why is it so hard to stop? Well, you need to remember that at the moment, your nervous system is addicted to them, not to love. Love is out there, and there's more of it available with someone else. So this isn't about one true love, or your love, or their love. This is just about them. And you're mistaking absence for urgency. Remember, we conflate the feelings of love and the feelings of anxiety. They often look the same. So if you're feeling panic, you're probably feeling, it must mean something, I need to get them back. But no, this is not related to love. And you need to remember your inner child, who at the moment you're re-traumatizing by texting, by reaching out. Remember, that child is telling you, if I say the right thing, maybe they'll love me this time. No. If you take one thing out of this video, remember, you're not texting them, you're texting your own abandonment wound. So let's make the shift. What do you actually need? Well, you don't need their words. You need your boundaries. And this is true moving forward into future relationships. How many times did you seek validation, try to change yourself, looking for affirmation? And did it work? No. So it's not going to work now. You need to understand your value and your boundaries. And that will help you now and in the future. You need people who choose you without needing to be convinced. You don't have to convince the right person of your worth. They will see it a mile away. You need and probably want a life and a love that feels full. Well, do you know what doesn't feel full? Chasing. Chasing makes you feel empty. We talk about closure. Closure is a quiet, calm decision where you prioritize yourself. Closure is not a dramatic conversation. Okay, so you've come this far. How are you actually going to stop? Number one, delete the chat. Don't archive it for later. I know what you're like. Delete it. Start again. Your value is not tied to any validation, fake or otherwise, that they can give you. Your validation needs to come from in here. Two, write down what you would say, what you want to say, but don't send it. Just write it for you. Three, if you're feeling like you might fall off the wagon and send that message, send a message to a friend instead. Have a conversation with them and tell them how you're feeling. Someone that you feel safe with. Send a message to yourself. Talking to ourselves is really undervalued, but you're a safe person for you. So talk to yourself. Leave yourself a voice note and listen to it back. What would you tell that person to do? 4, if you're stuck in a loop, replace it with a ritual. Remember, there are bad habits, but there are good habits, and you can replace a habit with another habit. So, if you're starting to feel like this, do something for you. What do you like? Cold shower? Going for a walk, do some meditation, play an instrument, learn an instrument, start a new habit. Because it's really difficult to go cold turkey on an old habit without replacing it with something new. And 5, when you get up in the morning, repeat this truth daily. If they wanted to love me, they would have. I went through a breakup not that long ago, and I chose to leave. And I was having all of these feelings of guilt and remorse. There had been some communication after the breakup, after I left. I was feeling like I might cave in and go back. And I spoke to one of my best friends and he said something incredibly insightful to me. He said, in the conversations that you've had since the breakup, has the other person ever asked you to come back? And the answer was no. And he said, well, you've got your answer. Every time you text them, you trade your healing for a hit of pain. This takes time. It's a process. You've got to heal. But you don't have to text them anymore. You can stop. You can grieve the relationship. You can get your dignity back and rebuild without begging anyone to see your worth. You are already enough. And they're not coming back. At least, not as the person you need them to be. If you've ever sent that text and regretted it, drop a fire emoji in the comments. We are breaking this pattern together. If you like this content, please like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, keep adulting anxiously, but with awareness.